So, Caitlin Clark has absolutely taken... She has completely taken golf by storm, lads. She has taken the golf community by storm. And that's the crazy thing about this whole thing is that, like, it doesn't matter where she's going. Caitlin Clark is like that. She's that level of celebrity now where it's like her being somewhere instantly, instantly makes it so that people are more likely to watch it. And that's happening with this golf. And you know what? Golf people are excited. So this is from the LPGA. We are also in awe of Caitlin Clark. It says here, what she has done for women's sports and basketball, and to have her at our golf tournament, I'm in awe. I've got a basketball and hoping she signs it for my girls. But how cool would it be for her to come out and support us? How cool for her to come out and support us this week. It will only help grow women's golf. And you know, golf is about more than one player, you know. Like, golf's about more than one player. What about the other players in this pro-am? And, golf doesn't want your fans. Oh, wait, that's the freaking old WNBA fans. But it's mental. It's mental, like, it's so funny listening to the whole thing. And this is the literal LPGA account talking about Caitlin Clark, because they know this is probably going to be as relevant a sporting event for them anyway that they've seen. Like, this is going to be because you can see posting Caitlin Clark tops or a post. This is as big of a deal for women's golf as a big tournament. Even though, yeah, women's golfers make a lot of money. Women's golf is significantly bigger than the WNBA. But Caitlin Clark is significantly bigger than anyone in women's golf. She is one of the 10 biggest sports stars in the world right now. No, sorry. She's one of the 10 biggest sports stars in the US. And that's not a joke. Saying she's like one of the top sports stars is, I don't think is right. But like saying she's one of the 10 biggest, yeah, I think that's about accurate. She's probably one of the 10 biggest. And all these other leagues, NBA, like for her just being at games, it's a big deal. For it's a big deal for like for everything. When she's at a college game, it's a big deal. When she's at Butler, it's a big deal for them. When she goes see other sports, like I would say she'll probably end up going to a US WMT soccer game at some stage, and it's going to be a big deal. And it's like there could be like an equivalent of like Soccer Aid. And like something like that is going to be like could not necessarily help women's soccer, because in fairness, women's soccer has created stars. Like to act like, whether you love her or hate her, to act like Megan Rapinoe is not a big name. Obviously, again, love her, more than likely hate her. Hope Solo for a while was a big name. Alex Morgan was a big name. So yeah, like it is what it is for that. But you can see here Caitlin Clark talking about playing in the golf tournaments.
Yeah, I think I'm just excited, honestly. I'm not a professional golfer by any means. So I think just having fun and like getting to be with, two of the best to, probably ever play this game. It's super fun and special for me. Like I'm a fan of both of them, but a fan of, all the women on this tour. I think it's absolutely incredible. So it's special for myself. I've tried to practice as much as I can. I mean, I'm just the average golfer, gonna hit some good, gonna hit some bad. It is what it is. Just gonna try not to hit anyone standing outside the ropes, but it'll be fun. I'm excited for it. Yeah.
So obviously she's excited for it, obviously. But you're seeing the entire press conference, how many people were watching this live? I'm not sure on this specific stream, but there were a lot of people. There are clips being shared by The Fever. There are clips being shared everywhere of Caitlin Clark just at a press conference helping out a golf event. And one of the things that I always love about the situation with Caitlin Clark is that everything is always, Caitlin Clark doesn't do anything with her platform. Caitlin Clark doesn't do anything with her platform. For playing in this tournament, they donated $22,000 to the Caitlin Clark Foundation. She has her own charity. Like, literally, I'm not joking. Caitlin Clark does everything she can with her platform. With her platform, what does she do? She tries to uplift her teammates. She tries to uplift the league. She tries to uplift women's sports, not just her own sport. We've seen her at like the Olympic stuff with Ledecky and talking women's sports. She tried to uplift all women's sports, and she runs her own charity. I'm sorry, she's not terminally online, and honestly, her just not really being on social media. And every time she tweets one thing, people are like, I thought she said she's not online. She's tweeted like, I'm not joking, she's tweeted something like 11 times since being drafted in the WNBA. Those people saying Caitlin Clark needs to be, she says she's not online. Those people probably have tweeted 11 times, have probably responded to 11 tweets calling out Caitlin Clark for tweeting once more than 11 times for just one off those one tweet. They probably tweeted 11 times in an hour. Like come on. Like, it's okay to admit sometimes when you're terminally online. I'll do it. It's okay to admit sometimes when you're terminally online. At least unlike some of those people, I've made it a freaking living. But yeah, it's gonna be fun to watch Caitlin. Even like, it's funny because the online discourse, like, oh, there's too many celebrities in golf. Like, even like reporters are like, not in women's golf. Not in women's golf. Like, women's golf needs it. Like, it's gonna be a huge help for women's golf. And everything, honestly, everything you've seen with this situation is like, everything is positive. So when you're looking at it from the perspective of the WNBA, you're looking and you're like, everything. And that's where the problem is when it comes to WNBA, is the internal media is negative. The internal media is, and I hate to have to actually like say this, but it's like, there were people who got jobs in internal media in the WNBA who got jobs, for lack of a better word, without lack of a better way of describing it, without knowing anything about the sport of basketball, without caring about the growth of basketball, but that just bought into the ideology that the league was trying to promote. Had no idea about the sport of basketball. And the problem is that now you've got a whole bunch of people that are going to be talking about basketball. And by the way, I have no issue. I'll say this again. I have absolutely no issue for some people standing up for what they believe in. I have no issue for people individually having opinions on other people. But like, the reality is like, when you have to be impartial if you are the league, and the league are clearly not impartial when it comes to Caitlin Clark. Whereas you see every other sports league are delighted to have her because they know more Caitlin Clark equals more viewers equals more money. And they know that, we've seen it with the WNBA, that quite a lot of the Caitlin Clark viewers stay. Like, not a hard, like, when you look at it as a percentage, it's low, but when you look at it as a number, it is quite high. So anyway, yeah, that is the video. See you guys.